Simba was a curious cub. He loved to explore. Every day, he would venture out a little further, discovering new sights and sounds in the vast savanna. His tiny paws would tread lightly on the grass, and his bright eyes would gleam with excitement as he encountered the wonders of his world. One day, he wandered away from the Pride Rock, the heart of his family's territory. The Pride Rock was a majestic formation, towering over the plains, and it was where his family gathered to rest and play. But Simba's adventurous spirit led him to seek out new adventures beyond its familiar confines. His father, Mufasa, was the king. Mufasa ruled with wisdom and strength, his presence commanding respect from all the animals in the kingdom. He was a figure of awe and admiration, and Simba looked up to him with great pride. Mufasa was strong and brave. He protected his family and his kingdom with unwavering courage. His roar could be heard across the savanna, a powerful reminder of his authority and his role as the protector of the land. Simba wanted to be just like him. He often tried to mimic his father's actions, practicing his own little roars and strutting around with a sense of importance. He dreamed of the day when he would grow up to be as strong and brave as Mufasa. One day, during his explorations, Simba saw a dark and mysterious place. It was a cave, hidden away from the open plains, shrouded in shadows. The entrance was foreboding, yet it beckoned to his adventurous spirit. He wanted to see what was inside. The darkness intrigued him, and he felt a mix of excitement and apprehension as he approached the cave. What secrets did it hold? What creatures might dwell within? His friend Nala went with him. They were so curious. Nala was just as adventurous as Simba, and together they made a fearless duo. They often explored the savanna together, sharing in the thrill of discovery. But it was a little scary too. The cave's entrance loomed before them, and the darkness seemed to whisper secrets of unknown dangers. They hesitated, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. "What's in there?" Nala whispered. Simba shook his head. He didn't know, but they were about to find out. With a determined nod, Simba took the first step towards the cave, and Nala followed closely behind. Their curiosity was stronger than their fear. They crept closer to the entrance of the dark place. Each step was cautious, their senses heightened as they moved deeper into the shadows. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the outside world faded away. "Roar!" a voice boomed from inside. Simba and Nala jumped back in fright. The roar echoed through the cave, sending shivers down their spines. It was a sound of power and menace, unlike anything they had heard before. The voice was deep and scary. It resonated with a malevolent force, filling the cave with an ominous presence. Simba and Nala's bravery wavered as they faced the unknown threat. It was Simba's uncle, Scar. Scar was mean. He was a stark contrast to Mufasa, with a dark and brooding demeanor. His eyes glinted with malice and his voice dripped with disdain. He was not happy to see Simba and Nala. Scar's presence filled the cave with a sense of danger, and the cubs knew they had ventured into a place they shouldn't have. They stood frozen, unsure of what to do next, as Scar's menacing gaze bore down on them. Mufasa came to find Simba and Nala. They had wandered off to a place they were not supposed to go, a place filled with dangers and unknown threats. Mufasa's heart raced as he searched for them, his mind filled with worry and fear for their safety. He was angry that they had gone to the dangerous place. His roar echoed through the savanna, a mix of frustration and relief. He had warned them many times about the dangers that lurked beyond the safe boundaries of their home, but he was also glad they were safe. His anger quickly melted into relief as he nuzzled them, grateful that they were unharmed. The sight of their innocent faces reminded him of the importance of his role as their protector and teacher. He took them back to Pride Rock. As they walked, Mufasa spoke to them about the responsibilities that came with being part of the Pride. He wanted them to understand the importance of their actions and the impact they had on the entire community. "Simba," Mufasa said, "everything you see is part of the circle of life." The sun setting behind them cast a golden glow over the landscape, emphasizing the beauty and interconnectedness of their world. He showed Simba the sun and the grass. He explained how the sun gave life to the grass, which in turn fed the animals, creating a delicate balance that sustained them all. He explained how they all depended on each other. The antelope, the zebras, the birds, and even the insects played a crucial role in maintaining the harmony of their ecosystem. Each creature, no matter how small, had a purpose. "You must respect all living things," Mufasa said. Simba listened carefully. He absorbed every word, understanding that his future role as king would require wisdom, compassion, and respect for all life. He wanted to be a good king like his father. Simba admired Mufasa's strength and wisdom, and he aspired to embody those qualities. He practiced imitating his father's movements and expressions, hoping to one day fill his father's mighty paws. Mufasa was proud of Simba. He saw the potential in his young son and believed in his ability to grow into a great leader. The bond between them was strong, built on love, trust, and mutual respect. He knew Simba would be a great king one day. Mufasa's heart swelled with pride as he watched Simba walk confidently, already showing signs of the leader he would become. But first, Simba had much to learn. The journey ahead was long, filled with lessons and challenges that would shape him into the king he was destined to be. Mufasa was committed to guiding him every step of the way, ensuring that Simba would be ready to take his place in the circle of life. He wanted to be king. Scar had a plan to get rid of Mufasa and Simba. Then, he would rule the Pride Lands. Scar tricked Simba. He told Simba to go to a dangerous place. Simba didn't know it was dangerous. He thought he was being brave. "Don't worry," Scar said with a sly smile. "It's our little secret." Simba felt uneasy. He loved secrets, but something didn't feel right. Simba went to the dangerous place. He didn't know that Scar had planned a terrible accident. Mufasa had to save Simba. The accident was terrible. Mufasa was killed. Simba was very sad. He thought it was his fault. Scar told Simba to run away and never come back. Simba was scared and alone. He ran away from the Pride Lands. He didn't know where to go. He just kept running. Simba collapsed, exhausted. He was all alone. He missed his father. Everything seemed so dark. He whimpered, wishing he could take it all back. He just wanted to go home. But home didn't feel safe anymore. The jungle is a place of mystery and wonder, where the dense foliage creates a world within a world. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. Simba found a new home in the jungle. It was a vibrant and lush environment, teeming with life and adventure. Every corner of the jungle held a new discovery, and Simba was eager to explore it all. He met Timon and Pumbaa, two unlikely friends who would change his life forever. Timon, the witty meerkat, and Pumbaa, the kind-hearted warthog, welcomed Simba with open arms. They were funny and kind, always ready with a joke or a helping hand. Their playful antics brought joy and laughter to Simba's days. They taught Simba to forget his worries and have fun. Hakuna Matata, they sang. It meant no worries. This carefree philosophy was a stark contrast to the heavy burden Simba had carried. Simba learned to live a carefree life. He roamed the jungle freely, without the weight of his past haunting him. The jungle became his sanctuary, a place where he could be himself. He ate bugs and played all day. The jungle offered a bounty of food, and Simba adapted to his new diet with ease. He found joy in the simple pleasures of life. Simba grew bigger and stronger. The jungle's challenges helped him develop his strength and agility. He became a formidable young lion, ready to face whatever came his way. He was happy with his new friends. Timon and Pumbaa were more than just companions. They were family. Together they formed an unbreakable bond. But deep down, he still felt sad about his father. He also felt guilty. The memories of his past would sometimes resurface, casting a shadow over his happiness. He was supposed to be king, but he had run away. The weight of his destiny loomed over him, a constant reminder of the life he had left behind. He had left his responsibility behind. The jungle, despite its beauty and freedom, could not erase the sense of duty that lingered in Simba's heart. He knew that one day, he would have to face his past and reclaim his rightful place. One day, Nala found Simba. She was all grown up. She told Simba about Scar. Scar was a terrible king. The Pride Lands were in danger. "Simba," Nala said, "you have to come back. You are the true king." Simba didn't know what to do. He was scared to face his past. He didn't think he could be king. He was just a scared lion. "Please, Simba," Nala pleaded. "The Pride Lands need you. We need you." Simba met a wise baboon named Rafiki. Rafiki knew Simba's father. He told Simba that Mufasa was still alive. He lived on in Simba. Rafiki showed Simba his reflection. "Look inside yourself, Simba," he said. "You are more than what you have become." Simba saw his father in his reflection. He remembered who he was. He was Mufasa's son. He was the rightful king. Simba knew what he had to do. He had to go back and face Scar. He had to save the Pride Lands. Simba returned to the Pride Lands. He saw how much Scar had destroyed everything. The once beautiful land was barren and lifeless. Simba found Scar. Scar was cruel and heartless. He had to stop him. Simba confronted Scar. He roared with all his might. He challenged Scar for the throne. Scar laughed. He didn't think Simba could defeat him, but Simba was strong and brave. He had learned from the best, his father, Mufasa. Simba and Scar fought a fierce battle. The other lions watched in amazement. They had never seen such a fight. Simba was winning. He was stronger than Scar. But Scar was tricky. He tried to trick Simba again. Simba almost fell for Scar's tricks. But then he remembered his father's words. He remembered the circle of life. He remembered respect. Simba found his strength again. He pushed Scar to the edge of Pride Rock. Scar begged for mercy. Simba didn't want to hurt Scar, but he knew he had to protect the Pride Lands. He roared and pushed Scar over the edge. Scar was defeated. Simba was the true king. The other lions cheered. They were happy to have their rightful king back. Simba took his place as king. He ruled with wisdom and courage, just like his father. The Pride Lands were safe again. Simba had learned many valuable lessons. He learned about curiosity, respect, dealing with jealousy, the importance of friends, facing his past, and responsible leadership. Simba brought peace and prosperity back to the Pride Lands. He and Nala had cubs of their own. He taught them the same lessons his father had taught him. Simba never forgot his friends Timon and Pumbaa. They often visited him in the Pride Lands. They sang and danced and reminded everyone to have Hakuna Matata. And so the circle of life continued. Simba's adventure taught him to be brave, responsible, and kind. He became a great king, just like his father.